Hey everyone, you're watching Family Magic UK. So this is an impromptu episode because we have an update on our payment for our annual passes. I thought it was really important to let you guys know, especially if you've been watching from the beginning and if it was something that you were considering. So for those who are maybe watching this could maybe be your first video, or you've not seen all the videos from the beginning, I will give you a really quick run through so you know what I'm talking about. When we decided to go and purchase annual passes, we chose to do it online and pay monthly because we found out that you can pay it over 11 months with no interest, no hidden fees, just obviously spreading the cost. And we thought, with the current situation, everyone is struggling, and we just thought, well, if we can spread the cost over 11 months rather than paying it off in a one-hour, then fine, especially if it's not going to cost us anything extra. So like most things, when you are applying to spread the cost, you have to be approved. And we went through all that process with Disney, and they approved us, and we thought, right, fab. We paid a deposit. It was like €300, and we expected the following month to have, what we worked out, and a certain amount to come out every month. Now, obviously, because we agreed on the price in euros, we were assuming that every month the pounds would be slightly different depending on the rate. But by the time we went to Disney using our passes for the first time, no money had been taken out of our account, which we did find strange. But then we thought, well, maybe the deposit is covering like the first couple of months, and maybe it will start in November. Turns out that was not the case. So last week, Ben got an email from Disney informing him that they had tried to take money for our first payment, but that our bank had refused. So, and they also informed us that we had 8 days to pay it. So obviously I quickly rang our bank and explained to them the situation, and they said that the only thing they could think of is that because Disney was trying to take the money out in euro currency and not pounds, our bank wouldn't allow it. And she said, if you can contact Disney and inform them that you need it to be in sterling, then it'll work. Which confused us because we thought that's the whole purpose of an IBAN number. Now, if you're watching this and you're not in the UK, or maybe it's called something different in your country, or you are in the UK and you don't know what that is, our understanding is an IBAN number is a unique number that you have under your bank account that allows you to pay in various currencies via other countries, including creating standing orders or direct debits. So like monthly payments. And turns out that's not the case. You still have to have the money in sterling, requested in sterling from that other country and not their currency, according to my bank anyway. Anyway, so the following morning, I rang Disney because the email that we got, they provided the number for the finance department, and I spoke to an amazing cast member. She was so nice. I wished I remembered her name because she was so lovely. But before I get into that, quickly just so you know, if you were to ring the number, because it's a France number, so it's an +33. Luckily, it does give you the option to have someone talk in your language. Now, I only heard the first two options. Press number 1 if you want someone to speak in French. Press number 2 if you need someone to talk in English. There could have been other language options. I don't know, because I didn't listen any further. Because once I heard that I could get somebody who could speak English, I pressed number 2. Plus, it does charge you for the call. So obviously I didn't want to ring back just to hear what other languages there were. But I would imagine that, you know, it would be more common languages used, you know. So yeah, hopefully you'll find that your language is an option as well. So yeah, I spoke to a lovely cast member who was so helpful, and it literally took a couple of minutes. She sent me a link via email to pay the payment, but she also explained that, which is why I'm doing this video, to alert you. She's notified me that we were not the only guests that came across this issue, and that she would inform her supervisor again that a similar situation has occurred. She says she doesn't understand why the option to pay monthly is given to people that live in Britain, because she says there's always issues when it comes to the money coming out every month with most customers who've chosen to do it that way. I could only pay 3 months worth or it all. So I just paid it all because I didn't want to have to ring up every month to pay off a monthly payment. So I just felt, you know, let's just get it paid. And, you know, the next time, if we go to renew the passes, we can then decide, can we afford to pay it all in a one-hour again? Or if we choose to, no, we've done it, let's just leave it and we'll do it again maybe in a couple of years' time. You know, now that we know that it is not as smooth as we thought paying it monthly, it would definitely make a difference in our decision making on whether or not we would renew our passes. Because obviously, if there is other things that we want to do, and there is, especially in regards to Disney, then we can't pay, you know, what we paid all in a one-hour and do other things. So yeah, now we know that the paying monthly is not an option for us. Yeah, I had to do this video. I had to let you know, because obviously when I did it was like our second video, I think. And I made it sound like it was such a good thing. And, you know, on paper, obviously it was, but in reality, it didn't work out. So for those of you in the UK that were going to do it and were thinking of paying it off monthly, it's not going to be easy, and it's probably not going to be possible. Even though you will get approved, when it comes to them actually then trying to take the money out of your bank, you'll come across probably the same situation that we had. So best thing to do is pay it off. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, so, you know, this is just from our experience and what we chose to do. So we chose to use a 0% credit card, A, for protection, and B, so that we could still pay it off monthly. Because the credit card that we've got quite a long time with 0% interest. So if you were to do that the same as us, then in a way you're still paying it off monthly, but instead of doing it through Disney, you're using a credit card. But you might not feel comfortable using a credit card, or you maybe prefer using a credit card for emergencies, you know, rather than a luxury item, which, you know, ultimately that is. So, but, you know, just being transparent and letting you know exactly how we were able to afford to pay that amount, you know, so last minute when we had planned to pay it off monthly, that is how we did it. And And yeah, it was over £1,000. So yeah, again, being transparent with the current exchange rate. Obviously, if the finances were to get better over time and the exchange rate is better, then obviously it will be cheaper for us. But right now, it's not much difference. I think it's like a couple £100 you're saving with the exchange rate, but that's, compared to the euro price and the pounds price. So yeah, also I am actually using the new equipment that I purchased, albeit a cheap equipment off of Amazon. And yeah, this whole light thing is so weird. And that is on the lower setting as well. I don't know if I'm going to need the light when I'm in the park, but because, I wished I'd vlogged on our trip in October, I thought, right, I'm going to need to get something to make it easy for me to vlog. So yeah, so I've bought this like holding stand thing, and it comes with like a light on the top, and it also came with a mic, but I don't know how to connect the mic. And when I read the reviews, the mic doesn't tend to really work well with iPhones, which is what I'm using. So I'm just using the stand and the light at the minute. But yeah, so I hope that was helpful. The whole point that we started making these videos is because, we really struggled to find the information for ourselves. So we wanted to, let other people know if it was easy or how easy it is, or, yeah, do it. Why not? So yeah, I hope it's, been helpful to you, knowing that turns out you can't really pay monthly payments for the passes if you're from the UK. I don't know if it's fine for other countries. I guess it would, because they're all, most of Europe is under the euro currency. So I guess they would be fine. But for us being sterling, not so easy. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a magical day.